Hello, everyone. Oh, my goodness. And welcome. Welcome to episode 155 of Shop with Diane. Oh, my goodness. It is already, can you believe it? It is August the 10th. Summer is just quickly passing through. And our theme this evening is off to market. And as you know, farmers markets are um, really busy at this time of year as crops of fruits and vegetables are um, really becoming plentiful, and it is the time to get to market. And let me just change that banner that's going by. Stop that there. And just do one other little adjustment before I get into the show. Okay, so I see in our comment section that we have people joining us saying hello. Kathy is there, and uh, so is my mom Elsie saying hello to everyone. So that's exactly how you do it, people. If you're watching the live presentation or if you're watching the replay afterwards, please put a comment section. Let me know that you were part of our audience. And I'd also like in the comment section for you to let me know you'd like to order some products, because that's what the show is about. It's called Shop with Diane. It's a little bit of entertainment. It's building a lovely community of heart-centered, just lovely people that I'm really honored to be part of that group. And but we do some shopping here as well. So in the comment section, let me know if you're interested in making a purchase of one of the products that I'm showing this evening. If you're here in Thunder Bay or passing through, I'm going to put up on the screen right now times for curbside pickup. They're a little bit reduced this coming week. The reason being is I am going away to the Toronto Gift and Home Market and another show called the Toronto Market Week. Keep those straight. And so I will be away, but as you can see, I am going to let me just remove, what am I doing? I'm going to take that away. I am going to be bringing live updates from the show. So I'm going to bring you along with me. And next week as well, we'll do another Shop with Diane. I see Barb is joining us, saying hello to everyone as well. Hello to all of you. If you're watching on YouTube, hello to you. And although most people tune in through Facebook, if you at any time go to YouTube, just do a search for Shop with Diane and subscribe to the channel. Watch it on Facebook, but that really just helps with the analytics and the algorithms and all those things that we're trying to work with as this new world of social media. So our theme, as I said, is off to market, because I'm going to a buyer's market and the farmers markets are alive and well. And yes, so that'll be our theme. And I see Marianne is from Rossport saying hello as well, she just popped in earlier this week. So good to have you join us from Rossport. So everyone, let's get on to Shop with Diane. So I spoke about farmers market. I grew up on a farm in just outside of Thunder Bay, southwest of Thunder Bay, in an area called the Slate River Valley. And we grew up with a large garden. And but after my parents sold the dairy farm to my oldest brother, they were wondering what were they supposed to be doing. Well, they were one of the first people to come together with others to start what is called the Thunder Bay Farmers Market. I'm going to put a bunch of markets up on the screen there, and you might even want to do a screenshot, folks. So if you're here in the Thunder Bay area, or if you're watching from out of town, let us know what your favorite market is. This is just a sampling. There are many other smaller markets and other farms that you could be visiting, but the Thunder Bay Farmers Market was started probably about 35 years ago. And it continues today on a smaller scale. It's at the North End Community Center on Huron Street. You can see the times. It's on Tuesdays and Fridays. But The larger of the markets these days is now the Thunder Bay Country Market, typically at the CLE grounds, the Canadian Lakehead Exhibition grounds here in Thunder Bay. But right now there is the Canadian Lakehead Exhibition, so the farmers market has had to relocate, and for their next two markets on Saturday and again on Wednesday, it will be at the Moose Hall. And Kekabeka's Farmers Market, that's where my sister-in-law, Sue, actually takes her produce. She has Hannah Road Produce, and she takes it to the Kekabeka Farmers Market, which is the Royal Canadian Legion, on Saturday mornings. And you may have seen my Facebook post that I shared at Loch Lomond ski area, or ski resort. The restaurant has recently opened, and it goes till later in September on Fridays and Saturdays. And in that area there, the Sun Bowl Farm is producing all sorts of amazing fruit, vegetables, and has plenty of them. And it'll be wonderful. The restaurant will go from farm to plate. Is that what you call it? But Fridays and Saturdays from 2 to 8, you can get yourself some delicious food out there, hike the 40 kilometers of hiking trails, and do a little produce shopping as well. One of the most longest running and most well-known farms, the Blues Farm, they'll have their products at various farmers markets, but you could also go out to the farm, and they have a farm stand Tuesdays to Sundays from 11 to 4. But when certain produce is ready for picking, because they have pick your own, those start at 9 a.m., I believe. But you want to check, just in case I made a mistake, and some of these markets have an end date for the season, so you want to double check that. But also out past Lakeway, out towards Sleeping Giant Provincial Park, Sleepy G Farms does something really interesting. They have a self-serve farm store, so you may not see anybody there, but using the honor system to pick up items. So hopefully that gives you, if you are looking for things to do and looking for some great produce here in Thunder Bay, take that list and run with it. And if you have a favorite market that isn't in Thunder Bay, let me know about that. I went to the University of Waterloo, and there was the Waterloo Farmers Market, the Kitchener Farmers Market, one in Elmira, lots of opportunities down there to indulge in great things. So, but where am I heading? I'm heading to something called the Toronto, I mentioned that already. And so let's go back, talk about farmers market. You want to go with your own bag, right? Or your own bin, or something to take the great produce home with you. And what do I have in that department? Well, I have these really amazing net shopping bags that will hold 40 pounds. They're really durable and really compact when not in use. And we have a couple of styles that will include a little inside pocket that, when not in use, this can be stuffed inside the pocket. So really nice, and you can wash these as well. So this will, all the corn you're going to purchase. What else are you going to get? What's your favorite thing at the market? Maybe some cucumbers. So we have it in the cream color. We have it in gray without the inside pouch, and we do have it in black with that little pocket as well. The price of these are just $8.95. Really great item. And think about what a great gift to include as part of a Christmas package, perhaps, or just a giveaway to somebody. And I know that they will appreciate that. So that's product number 1 on episode 155 of Shop with Diane. I see we're getting more people joining us this evening in our number counter, which is really terrific. There's so much going on in the summer months. People are trying to squeeze in holidays and concerts and, sorry to say it, soon back to school plans. I think Heather, who normally watches our show, is en route taking her daughter to university out of town. So people are on the road. So that's why there's replay. If you miss the show, you can catch it later at any time on the Take a Hike and Take Two Boutique Facebook page or the Shop with Diane YouTube channel. So product number 2. So the type of show that I'm going to, probably that's not going to be the bag that I'm going to go with. But if you're going anywhere more little bit urban, we have with Take Two Boutique and Thunder Bay on it. I really love our tagline, celebrating your natural elegance. And I think Terry, who is often watching the show, she usually signs in. I didn't see your name come up this evening as yet, but Terry has one of these bags and loves it. It's really good quality cotton canvas. It's got some nice finishing to it. I'm just going to empty it out. And so it too has a nice inside pocket, so you can have your valuable items secure. I just heard something rocking. So a little nice inside pocket there for your valuables. It folds down really lovely, and sort of got a bottom that folds outward, so it's 3-dimensional. It's not just a flat bag. So the size of the strap too makes it really comfortable to hold on your shoulder. And a wonderful item that we have available for $28.95. That's product number 2. If you'd like the shop or the Take Two Boutique tote bag. And third item. So when I go to these buying shows, and my goodness, pre-pandemic, I would be out of town on 7 different buying trips through the year. I had to squeeze those in. And there was so much preparation to figure out what stock we already had, and perhaps what we needed to order, and going to the shows, and they're the sizes of football fields, and it's one after another, and so much information you have to process quickly. And it's a marathon. And it was 10 years ago when I hurt my back and my hip, and I went to the show in great agony and ended up doing it in a wheelchair. It's what you got to do, right? You step up or sit down, depending on what your situation is. But at one of the buying shows that I attended for many years, with the Spry Show, a good friend, show organizer, Jillian Lauder, who became kind of like family, gifted me and told me about a line of jewelry called Brighton. And she had gifted me a badge holder, and it was absolutely beautiful. So this is the jewelry line Brighton that many of you will know, which is 925 sterling silver. But what they do then is they cover it with lacquer, so it doesn't tarnish. It's got this really nice long chain that will, and I think somebody asked me last week or a week before, was that a, or was it wasn't a snake chain? Oh, Kathy, I think you were clarifying a serpent chain. I think that's it. It's not got the links. It's sort of the got the other style of chain. Anyways, wearing something like this really elongates your body, because people will see that long vertical line. So it's just a lovely piece of jewelry, but I love it because there's a clip on the reverse here. And when you go to a show, or if you are going on perhaps a cruise and you need name badges, you simply attach it to the back like this, and you have the nicest name badge holder of anybody. And so I will definitely be taking one of mine to the show that I'll be attending. And if you would like one of these, it is $54. And a beautiful quality made necklace that does double duty. And You're gonna love it. So I'm going to take that with me to the show as I go to market. Serpentine. Thank you, Kathy, for clarifying the name of that chain. So it's always great to have people in the wings who are coaching me, helping me, and love it when you chatter with one another. Ask me questions. This is an interactive program, and it is why people join in. They feel part of this wonderful community. So the other thing is when you're traveling and you want to travel light but still be organized. So you're going to market. You're probably not wanting to carry big bags with you of purses and so on, or going to the grocery store these days. We have still not many, just 5 remaining of what has turned out to be a very popular RFID um, protection 9 slot card holder. Did you get that? So it's a zippered pocketed, a zippered wallet that'll have 9 sleeves for your credit cards, but on either side it will have something a little bit larger, openings for other things. You know, I think I'm going to have to get one of those 5 for me because I really love this. Pop in my business cards into there quite nicely. The room key to the hotel, plus credit cards that I need. There's space that I can put some of the receipts that I will have as well in this nice compact little pouch. So I really love that. And it's really well priced. It's just $13.95. I have remaining 2 in black, one in a gray color, and 2 in sort of a chocolate brown color. So if you would like one of those, whether it's for going to market or you just need a new wallet. I have to be careful though. I remember it goes back a few years, a customer was looking at one of our wallets only to discover my credit card. I was demonstrating in the store how a credit card fit. Got a little distracted and left my credit card behind. Anyways, that's really a great thing, whether when you're going to market. Now, so I go to the buying shows. I make sure I bring credit cards with me. Make sure I bring a business cards. But I'm going to let you in on something, folks. I'm not going to the buying show this year because I'm kind of in a position of transition with retail these days. I want to keep doing the show. Developed a lot of, I think, good experience in hosting live stream shopping shows. So an idea occurred to me not long ago, maybe a week and a half ago. Oh my goodness, I could be doing this kind of show and the audience being other retailers who are looking for products, new products for their store. So I'm going to be at the show seeing a lot of the suppliers, and I am going to pitch to them the idea that there is a new Shop with Diane show. It's going to be a live stream wholesale shopping show for retailers. And so if they partner with me to do this retailer exclusive show, I will be helping them make sales for their companies, and I will be helping retailers that want to stay current with latest products. And many people, especially with costs having gone up and so on, are having difficulty getting to these buying shows. So it's the next best thing to being there. And actually, I think it's actually going to be better because when you're at the shows, you're just going so quickly. At least I can really do a good presentation. Anyways, so that here's my calling card, folks. I'm going to go there and I'm going to have a postcard as well. And it's going to give the folks at the show some opportunities. I'm going to give the suppliers an opportunity to become a larger part of this show, either by donating some gifts, sponsoring it as well, or they're doing other things. So they can either be part of this show because I want to keep this show going as well, or they can be partnering with me on that new project in terms of offering a live stream buying show for retailers. Anyways, that's what I'm up to. And so I've made myself some cards, and thank you to David Everett at UPS store here in Thunder Bay, got those printed up really quickly for me and did a really great job. So I'm off to market with those. I'm pretty excited about talking to lots of retailers to sign up with this, as well as suppliers. So what else do we need to go to market with? Well, when you're doing any traveling, as I'm going to be going, and you're kind of limited, you could carry extra bags, but most of us are just going with a carry-on bag and want to travel light. And one of the things we have stock remaining is we have from Outdoor Research these sun protective, quick dry, lightweight hoodies. So it wasn't just for sun protection that I wanted you to know about these in earlier shows. It's that you can use this for all sorts of occasions when you travel as well. And I'm going to let you know that it's by Outdoor Research, which has an infinite warranty. And that means as long as you have this item, if any manufacturer defects occurs, it will be covered. And I know quite often Dale watches the show. She was in the other day telling me how amazing it is for gardening and how cool she feels wearing it. Marianne's picked one up, I know, and she heads out west on a kayak trip. And when you're out on the water, folks, you really don't have shade. So in a kayak or in a canoe and so on. So you're going to need sun protection. But I just have one. I'm going to model one, but I'm just going to go through colors and sizes first, going a little backwards. I have it in this really nice lavender color in a size medium. These are women's. I have from size in this really soft colored gray, which is very a nice neutral that you can just wear it with a scarf to add a little pop to it. I have it in small, medium, large, and extra large. And I think I've made a decision before the show. I'm going to get the large in this. So that means remaining in blue, we will have small, medium, and extra large because I'm picking up the large. So this is made out of 4-way stretch synthetic fabric. 4-way stretch means you can pull it in both directions and it's going to stretch. So that gives you just such incredible freedom of movement. This is so incredibly lightweight and so incredibly lightweight, but it's going to maybe give you a little more of a finished, dressed up, sporty kind of look. Let me just get this on. And if you are doing activities, let me just think. Oh, it has a little loop here that you can stick your thumb through if you, some folks like to have the sleeves down and secure that way. So it does have a little thumb hole that way. It has a zippered side pocket here for your valuables. And on me, it just covers the lower part of my buttocks. And it has a hood. So if you were out on the water, or maybe you need to, if not wearing it for paddling or sun protection, you just want to get all bundled up inside, it's got that as well. So as I believe as well, you'll be able to use the pocket to stuff it back in. So this is $110 for these. I typically wear in my clothing like a size 14, and I would say any gal though who's a little bustier or has a little more in the caboose might go up to the extra large in the sizing. So as it's a great travel piece, and people are traveling now. What a relief. Oh my goodness, when I think of the very first show I attended after sort of some of the restrictions were lifted for COVID, we still were so anxious and in traveling. I'm still going to be very cautious as I go, but I'm now more excited this time than anxious. So that's a big change as I go to market. Okay, the other thing, if you're heading to market, the temperature in Thunder Bay sort of dropped today. What was that? But we could have some rain maybe expected this evening and into tomorrow. But I wore this last show. If you didn't catch last show, people really enjoyed it, they told me. It was a summer cooking show, and I was here in the store making ice cream with our ice cream maker, cooking corn on the cob. What else did I have going? Coffee. I was sharing recipes for. You want to go back and see that if you're heading to the farmers market, because we have my family's recipes for pickled dills, cucumbers, both a quick recipe and the traditional dill pickle recipe, and also summer garden pasta from the Barefoot Contessa. So that was all about food. People so enjoyed it. I was really wise last show, though, to start it off by putting on first the cooling necktie. And oh my goodness, the temperatures in parts of around the globe have been unbelievable, hitting temperatures of over 45 Celsius. Here it hasn't been so bad, but it has been warm, especially people that are working in hot environments, playing in hot environments, having hot flashes, migraines, something like this, which is simply a made in Canada product, which is pre-shrunk cotton that is tubular, the way it's sewn. And as I described many times, between this position and here inside are polyacrylamide crystals that when you soak in water for about 20 minutes, they swell up, absorbing the water, but then slowly release the water. And as it evaporates, there's a natural cooling effect that cools the blood as it runs through your arteries, your veins and arteries through your neck. As it heads towards your brain, it just brings the temperature down. Next day, just pop it in the water again and rehydrate it. If you're not going to be using it for a while, let it completely dry out. You can use this hundreds of times. You can wash it, available in multiple colors. This is just a sampling. We have other colors to choose from other than these. They're just $12.95 and a wonderful, wonderful product. So life has changed, hasn't it? Remember, it wasn't too long ago that when you were heading out of town, going to market or traveling, you would get the local newspaper and read the weather map or read an article trying to see what the temperature might be in those cities. Today, easy peasy. I've already checked in Toronto. I know it's expected hourly for the next several days. So it's not going to be extremely hot. It might be 25, 26 a couple of days, but they will be getting showers to keep the temperatures down. Nothing so far expected to be extreme, so I'm very happy about that, because that also disrupts flights when there's huge weather events happening. So the other thing is going to market. What do you have to concern yourself with? So if it's really extremely hot, you're going to want to put, you should notice that at the beginning you do get moisture on your top. So what also is important to do, whether you're going to market or not, to stay hydrated, and bring your own water bottle if you can, because at these events, all food and beverages are so expensive, and people don't drink enough water, and they really need it too, because it takes a lot of energy. You get started early in the morning, you go into the early evening, and then you grab dinner, and you've got some paperwork to do, and emails to respond to, and so on, and you kind of get burnt out. So my favorite water bottle, I have a couple of them in actually these colors. And of all the water bottles that we have sold, this has been my personal preference for my use. The reason being, it's a nice, easy size to hold. I like to drink out of a bottle or out of like glass more than out of a push-pull tab. I just can drink quite easily. This fits comfortably into a beverage holder in my vehicle as well. It's sort of a slim size. It's break proof. You gotta love that. BPA free, so it's not releasing any harmful chemicals. I love the fact that I can hold it like this. If you watch the other show, I was showing a card sleeve with a ring on it that would attach to the back of a phone. And I love the ring there because then I can hold, similar to this, I can look how many things I can hold. I can hold all sorts of things if I've got the right attachment points. So I've got 5 fingers, or 4 fingers and a thumb. And so that means I can hold lots of things. So love this, and it's safe for dishwasher, top rack safe. Love it, love it. And so this here is $21.95. I do have it available in 3 colorways, with the green lid and clear, with the smoke gray, with the gray lid, and we've got it in a orange color as well. So those are what I need when I go to market, is to bring my water bottle. And oh my gosh, it reminded me, the last time I went out of town, I traveled Porter, and getting back downtown after the show, I was cutting it too close, and I was running to the security, and there was a lineup, and oh my goodness. And I realized when I got to security that one of my water bottles had water in it, and they said, did I want to dump it out way over there? I was like, no, I'm late for my plane. So I had to leave one behind. So I've got to remember, another thing on the list to make sure is that I empty the water bottle before going to security. I'm traveling Air Canada this time. I found that return trip a little stressful when you're trying to make getting from by the airport where the shows are, the Pearson, and trying to get downtown. Oh, even with the, what's that shuttle called? The Up. That takes you really quickly, but it was still a little too close for comfort. So you got to wear comfortable shoes and socks, and that's what I'm a little bit fearful about, because yeah, I'm busy, I do things, I'm on my feet regularly, but walking for hours, and there are really no places to sit down on concrete day after day. That is a real test of your footwear and your stamina. And so I have always found, I know what makes a good supportive shoe, but our feet change in shape, and oh my goodness, that is going to be a challenge. So tomorrow I'm going to take a lot of time to try to figure out exactly what couple of pairs of shoes that I'm going to travel with. And the other thing you got to travel with is snacks when you go to these buying shows. Lots of snacks. Well, not lots, but got some energy bars to bring along as well, because there's always a delay. You're always rushed, and it's good to be prepared. So heading out to market at this time of year, may want to get myself a pair of sunglasses too, as I take an Uber or step outside the show where you're indoors all day. It sounds fun, doesn't it, folks? I said you're on your feet all day on concrete, all sorts of decisions to be made. It's noisy, food's expensive, and you're indoors all the time. So whenever I can, if I'll just try to step out for 5 minutes and take a breath of Southern Ontario fresh air. And so, but great to have a pair of X-Specs sunglasses that X-Specs is a Thunder Bay company that makes polarized floating sunglasses. You've seen me demonstrate these before, where I put this in water and they actually float. And polarized sunglasses have a coating on them that eliminates the glare that would come off a flat, shiny surface such as the water or the snow. And it actually cuts back that glare, so it makes it more comfortable. But there is a downside, because you can't see with polarized glasses the screen of your phone or the electronics of your vehicle, perhaps. So, but if for other wear, like this is a perfect pair for wraparound for cycling. There's many. This is a little more stylish for urban everyday wear. We have several styles to choose from here at the store, and they're just $50. So great pairs of sunglasses. I'm going to put up one more time for you the times that you'll be able to come by. And it's not just to do a pickup. You can come by and check out the various styles of sunglasses we have, or the various cooling neckties we have, and make your selection during those pickup times as well. So I will put that back where it belongs there. Okay, so this is a time of year that you cannot let the weather slow you down. If it's hot, you got to be ready with the heat and with the cooling necktie. If it's going to rain, what do you got for that? Well, we have a few things. We have from a company called Junior Gear, a lightweight poncho, and it comes in a stuff sack. And this is an outdoor brand that makes, rather than carrying a raincoat or a poncho, is going to be one size fits most everybody in this case. And it's going, when you wear a poncho, if you had a pack or a bag, it could be underneath the poncho, not getting wet. And this particular poncho that I'm going to show you, on the corners of it actually has eyelets or grommets that you could use to help make this a tarp. How ingenious is that? So it is made out of quality nylon, and it has a coating of polyurethane, a very thin coating, which makes this waterproof. And it is one size fits, as I said, it's going to fit a large adult, extra large adult, but down to somebody who's maybe small, medium as well. So I put this on. It has on the sides of it, I love these, it has snaps on it as well. So you can just open those up as well, but you can close those. I won't bother at this moment. I love the fact that it has a great hood. You cannot underestimate the importance of a good hood. So how do I describe a good hood? Well, I think it's really important that you don't lose your peripheral vision. How many hoods have you, jackets have you owned, and you cannot see, or it falls into your face? This is a great hood. Plus it has a peak, so if it's raining, it is going to fall not into your face, but it's going to drip away. They also have a little pocket here that you can put your snacks, and you can put the RFID wallet that Kathy mentioned she keeps in her loonie handy for the shopping cart. Oh my gosh, you can put your sunglasses in there. You can put your badge holder in there. You can put a lot of stuff in this pocket and your phone and all sorts of things. So these are just $42.95. Really great construction. I'm wearing it and it's probably well below my knees. And I'm 5 foot, almost 3. And so a great investment. I think everybody should have one in their vehicle, actually, because how many times have you been surprised that there has been a change in the weather and you've got to run from your vehicle to wherever you got to go? But with a poncho like this, oh my goodness, you could be carrying your grocery bags or anything underneath and keeping them dry as well. So this is a really great item for camping, traveling, everyday wear. And as I said, it'll go back into the stuff sack. We do have them available in a yellow, sort of sunflower-ish yellow, and in black as well. $42.95 for the junior gear poncho. Now we do, and but maybe that's not your style. I do have one remaining of the leopard one, people. Now this one is a little more urban looking. It's by a company called Emily and Sage. Sage and Emily, got that backwards, Sage and Emily. And it is quite lovely as well. So if I was going to I might take this, I don't know. Perhaps a more urban environment, then something like this is really lovely and stylish. In the design of this, there are not snaps at the bottom, but it does go longer to about my knees at the front and at the back. It's got a little draw up the tie here. But before I do that up, I want to show you that it does have a pocket, internal pocket and snap. And this is actually the pouch that it you use to carry it. Its hood is not as fitted, but it's still a very good hood. I'm not getting totally lost in it. So when I say it can go away in that little pocket, here's the pocket, and I just stuff it inside there, and it's going to travel really well. How's everybody doing tonight on the show? And if you're watching the repeat, say hello as well. It's always great to know who has missed the live presentation and who follows up afterwards. I do appreciate as well, as I see a number of people have, offering a thumbs up or a heart on the show, and that really encourages me to keep going and bringing a new episode of Shop with Diane. So here's this in a pouch, ready to go. So how great is that? That's sort of traveling to market, but you know, it could be wet, and there are vendors outside, and you should still go and support them. Oh, I see Denise is joining us as well. Just saying hello to everyone. I'm going to maybe put that cooling necktie on me so you know why I have all those wet spots on me at the moment. Oh my goodness. So what else do I have? Oh, okay. So maybe if you're packing light and you really don't have space, I don't know. What do you think, people? Maybe you should vote. How's this? Vote. Tell me which poncho I should bring with me, because there is rain in the forecast. This is the lightest weight of them all. I want to hear from you, okay? I'm going to give you 3 options, and you can vote. Do I go with the blue one, the leopard one, or in this case, the emergency orange one? So this is really, really thin, and on the back of it has a reflective side that is going to radiate 80-90% of your body heat back to your body. So I'm going to believe that when it rains, it's not going to be 30 or 40 Celsius. This reflecting of the heat could be otherwise hazardous, but it is sure compact to travel with. And sometimes you don't have far to go. I've been at buying shows where in Southern Ontario, and a storm I remember once flooded the subways. It was so bad. So this is really compact, really visible, and really practical. So Linda's saying that she would bring the leopard one. She bought one last year because it's stylish. Well, that's if you consider me a stylish gal. But thank you, Linda. That's a good. She's encouraging me to do that one. This one has the benefits, as I said, of an emergency piece of. It was better than those disposable little plastic ones. It fits better and it's really compact. And so the price of this is $14.95. I didn't mention the leopard print one. The leopard one was $39.95. And Mary is agreeing with Linda. So far, 2 votes for the leopard is what I should be bringing with me. So otherwise we have this is an emergency. Maybe I should consider the type of show I'm going to. When I would go to the outdoor buying shows, the leopard wouldn't go over as well. I'm just saying. So this is the Toronto Gift and Home Market at the International Centre and Toronto Market Week. Oh no, that's at the Congress Center, at the International Center. Anyways, it's who'll be there will be people from across Canada who have gift and lifestyle stores, as well as the suppliers that supply products, whether they're distributors or manufacturers and so on. So what else do we have as we go to market? And I see we have more people joining us. Hello, everyone. What we've been talking about is going off to market. At the beginning of the show, you are going to want to check back. Maybe I'll put it up before the show is over again, where I listed the various farmers markets in the Thunder Bay area. I probably missed a few because there are just so many, but you're going to want to take a look at that because it's the produce is bountiful at this time. You want to go in and enjoy that just amazing locally grown fruits and vegetables. Where I'm going is to a buying market, a buying show in Toronto that my life has changed because of the pandemic. Pre-pandemic, I used to get away, as I was saying earlier, to 7 buying shows a year where I had to go and try to keep up and get those orders in well in advance and so on. And then during the pandemic, no shows. And the industry is struggling to find its footing and get back. And there are little hiccups, but I'm pretty excited to be going there because I'm going to pitch an idea to some of the suppliers and retailers wanting to do a Shop with Diane show where the audience would be retailers who are buying for their stores. And I could show, and my idea is to show products from the suppliers. So we'll see how that goes, and I'll be sure to give you updates from the show. Make sure you tune in. I don't have a set time, but I'm just going to go live and do a little walkthrough for the show. So you'll want to come with me as I go off to market. And so we have 3 saying that I should go in the leopard. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else going to offer some fashion advice for me? And I'm, and practicality. Maybe that's a bit more feminine. Eleanor's agreeing it's a bit more feminine. It certainly is. I'm this gal who's like a little bit sporty, a little bit casual, a little bit feminine. I'm a generalist to cover all the bases and be versatile. So I think leopard is it. Unless all of a sudden you late voters get in and change the results of the election. And next thing we have on my list, how do I travel? And over the years, how have I found to make the shows, um, oh my gosh, less taxing, both on me personally in terms of the energy that's required and cost wise, because they are expensive to, and boy, have the prices have really gone up in terms of flights and hotels and so on, and eating out. And you really don't have much choice when you go to the shows. So I'm taking a little bit of what I have from home with me, and I'm going to thank Sue McCartney, who many, a lot of years ago, when we would attend some conventions, conferences together, she got in the habit of, she said, Diane, here's how you do it. You bring your breakfast from home and you have just this leisurely, lovely breakfast in your hotel room. Well, I've done that, but I'm going to do for the very first time is bring my favorite little coffee maker. And this is called the Coffee Rocket. And the Coffee Rocket is amazing. It's like having a Keurig with you. So what you have is, if I take it apart, you have a stainless steel filter, really fine mesh on it. Will you focus? Can we focus? So it's fine mesh. And what you would do is you would put these two pieces together and fill it just under the, near the top of the silver portion, just under the top there, with your favorite coffee grounds. And then you would pop this top on, funnel on. Okay, so that those pieces go together. Then what you do is you extend the bottom, just like a rocket ship, and set it on your favorite mug. Does anybody have one of these? Okay, your favorite mug. And you put it on like this. And then what you need to do is pour boiling water into this, and it'll slowly drip through. And it makes the most amazing coffees. This is really great to travel with. I certainly can bring my own coffee. I can bring a coffee rocket. But how do you boil water in a hotel room? Well, I've indulged in myself and purchased something that is, I'm going to put to the test. And it's a little collapsible silicone travel kettle. So here's about the size of it. It's going to be really lightweight. And it opens up like this. It comes with the little plug extension. And I'm going to boil my water, pour it in there, and have coffee in the morning, delicious coffee, without having to get dressed to go out. It's going to be great. And I'm going to bring some cereal and pick up some fruit and milk at the airport when I arrive, and I am going to be set. So that's me going to market. Now, for others, what they're going to be excited about is having, so perhaps after the show, a drink in their room. And I don't want to drink alone, so I won't be doing that. But let me just take this part. So what we have here, if you haven't seen this before, great for around the pool, the hot tub, on the deck, on the patio, in the RV, but especially when you're traveling, a really durable, BPA-free, lovely wine glass, a couple of those to bring so that you can enjoy a bottle of wine after the show is a great way to end that show. Now, my final thing to show you, some of this could be a bit of a travel show as well, is how do you travel, get organized, be as lightweight as possible. What we have from the company Outdoor Research is a 15-liter ultralight stuff sack. And a stuff sack is also called a ditty bag. Did you know that? So in the military, in the Navy, it's just a bag that's going to collect odds and ends. And this is incredibly, it's really light, so light. but it's really strong because it has that grid pattern, which is gripstop nylon. It's a great color as well. And in here, you're going to be able to stuff a lot of things separate it from perhaps some of your other items. And it's great for anytime use. And but I like to go with a couple of stuff sacks as well, where I can keep some things separated and organized, but I don't really want to add a lot of extra weight to my carry-on. And I'm going to tell you, I've had great backpacks, but what I've learned is when you are carrying anything all day, the what you think in the start of the day is the lightest bag. It doesn't weigh much. By the end of the day, you're struggling. So I have a very light backpack from here. Some of you have already owned that, own one as well. And let's see. And Eleanor's Denise is talking about in the comment section. I love the comment section. If you're wondering why I did, number 1 is for car emergency kit. Leopard is dress up, and number 1. So the number 3, there's 3 different purposes. Maybe Denise, are you trying to sell 3 ponchos to me? 1 is for emergency vehicle, 1 is for outdoor use, camping, and another is for more dress up. You're right. They all have all different purposes. So I'll have to make a decision on that. And but you know, I know that the vast majority, very few people are on planes today wearing masks. But I have, knock on wood, I did get impacted by mold when I had my basement flood and had moved wet materials that had molded. That made me sick for a few weeks. But separate from that, I, knock on wood, have not been ill since before the pandemic. So I know the research on it. And apparently planes are where there's things going around, and I don't want anybody's cold. I'm going to do a better mask than this, but don't want anybody's cold. I will be one of those people on the plane, and all I'm going to say is, you don't want to get what I got, so I'm wearing a mask. And I wear a mask, and I'm going to have hand sanitizer, white cloths with me. I'll put them in some baggies and so on, because I'm not going to eat without wiping my hands. There will be people from all over, and sadly, you know, we are still seeing people that are turning up in functions and so on, and coming over and talking and going, oh, I got something, but it's not COVID. And it's like, but don't get close to me, because I don't want what you got. So I'm going to be careful, so when I come back, I can interact with you in a reasonable distance and still stay safe. I don't want to bring anything with me, or maybe I get something and pass it on. I'm going to be careful. So listen, I'm going to put those markets up one more time, folks. Oh, that's not the market. The markets in Thunder Bay area are up there. While we have people that watch from across the region, across the province, across the country, across the border. I'm not sure what markets are happening in your area, but these are just some of the great opportunities that we have here. And take a screenshot there, folks. There's lots of good food and lots of various times that you can indulge yourself in going to market. So that's it for our show tonight. It's 8 o'clock on the dot. I should stop talking, and kept it in that 1 hour time slot. Thank you so much. Our pickup times, as you know, are a little reduced. They're going to be tomorrow. Oops. Oh my goodness. Okay. It'll be tomorrow from 11 to 1. And then I'm going to be away at the show in Toronto. I will come back, and the first day that I am back, we'll do another curbside pickup. That'll be Wednesday, 11 to 1. And but during the show, I'm going to do some live. updates. So I hope you'll join me then. When you watch them, let me know that you're watching them during the show or after, and send it some love if you've enjoyed it. Thank you, all of you who have shared your best wishes as well. Um, my parents, as many of you have known, have been kind enough to reach out, has celebrated their 70th wedding anniversary on the 8th, which is just quite amazing. And my mom is a regular viewer of the show, and we've had her on a couple of times. And thank you so much for reaching out to her and my dad. And what other great events have happened? Also, much is going on. I'll have to cut it short though, and going live during show. Yes, Denise, I am going live during the show. You bet. And I'm going to show you um, some interesting things so you get a taste of what I'm experiencing there. And uh, yeah, okay. So good night, everybody, and we'll see you soon, hopefully curbside. And get your orders in, okay? It is called Shop with Diane, and um, there's no better way to shop than doing live stream shopping. Okay, good night, everybody. See ya.